You wake before the sun, the silence of pre-dawn pressing against your chest like a question. Where has your fire gone? You lie still, feeling the cool weight of the sheets, remembering how once your heart hammered with ambition. Each day an ember fanned into flame. But over time, life's rains have dulled that spark, leaving ashes where passions once roared. Today you will step into the hush and tend to those embers. Only by stoking your quiet desires can you set your soul ablaze again. You throw back the covers and sit on the edge of the bed, feet touching cold floorboards. A small tremor of anticipation ripples through you, as though your spirit quivers at the thought of tending a flame that has long slept. You inhale deeply, drawing the chill air into your lungs, and exhale a slow vow. I will meet my ambition. In that single sentence, your waking mind summons memories flicker. The daydreams you nurtured as a child, the projects you began with giddy hope, the visions you quietly buried when life demanded survival over pursuit. You murmur, I remember you, and feel the first flicker of warmth in your chest. You rise and move to the bathroom. In the mirror's dim reflection, you see your own eyes, once bright with longing, now dulled by routine. You splash cold water on your face and watch the droplets scatter like liquid diamonds, each refracting a promise that you can still see, still feel. You press a palm against the mirror and murmur, I reclaim you, as though reconnecting to your own reflection's buried fire. You dress quickly in simple clothing, a dark t-shirt that feels like second skin, comfortable joggers, shoes that have walked many paths. You wrap a light jacket around your shoulders as if preparing for a journey both outward and inward. With each button and zipper, you sense your resolve solidify, a readiness to journey through your own stilled heart toward the spark you once trusted. You step outside into the dawn's chill. The sky is a subtle bruise of navy, a promise of light yet to come. Breathe by breath, you walk toward a lone hill at the edge of town, a place where wild grasses slope upward and the world's noise falls away. Each footstep crunches on the gravel path, a steady metronome for your returning determination. You murmur, lead me to the first ember. At the hill's base, you pause, feeling the hush wrap around you. In that stillness, you sense the echo of your own ambition, like a distant drumbeat waiting to be heard. You climb the slope, each step a negotiation between comfort and the aching desire you stifled. The grasses brush your calves, pale silhouettes in the darkness, as if urging you upward. You breathe in, feeling breath and heartbeat unify, grounding you in your own resolve. Halfway up, you stop and place a hand on a weathered fence post. The wood is rough, the grain etched with age. You murmur, I lean on history, recalling every ounce of effort you once poured into dreams now dormant. You draw from that memory and press forward, leaving the fence post's strength behind as a talisman of endurance. Reaching the hill's crest, you stand alone in the dawning light. Below, the town still slumbers, rooftops shrouded in mist. Above, pale gold creeps across the eastern sky. You sense your own heart as that rising sun, dormant fire poised to break free. You stand tall, shoulders back, chest open, and murmur, show me my flame. You step into the hilltop's center and close your eyes. You let the first light warm your face, its soft glow twisting through your eyelashes. You recall the earliest stirrings of ambition, the pleasure of learning something new, the rush of completing a creative project, the quiet triumph of setting a goal and meeting it. Each recollection sparks a faint glow in your chest, an ember buried beneath the coals of routine. You murmur, I embrace you, as tears shimmer in your eyes, tears for every time you let practicality snuff out your spark. You open your eyes and stare at the horizon as the sun's orb peaks over distant hills. You feel that orb's heat bloom on your skin and sense a kinship, a fire that waited all night to rise. You murmur, I rise with you. You square your shoulders, inhaling the possibility of day. In this place of raw light and silent hills, you feel safe to tend your own embers. You drop to your knees and press both palms to the earth, feeling clods of damp soil yield beneath your fingers. You murmur, "I ground my ambition." You imagine planting a small spark into the soil, each memory and desire pressed into the earth, ready to feed new growth. You feel the world pulse beneath you as if whispering encouragement. You draw your hands back to your chest, pressing your fingertips to your sternum, feeling the steady thrum of your own pulse. You murmur, "I carry the spark within." You rise slowly and turn toward the path home, letting the dawn's light guide each step. The grasses sway as though waving encouragement. You sense the first embers shifting, birthing warmth in your bones. You murmur, "I step forward." Descending the slope, you decide to begin with one small act of creation. Something you can accomplish today that aligns with your reclaimed ambition. You recall the small journals gathering dust on your shelf, pages waiting to capture your words, drawings waiting for your hand. You murmur, "I will write." With each step, you feel determination solidify, a new ember kindling where rust once lay. Reaching the town's edge, you pass streetlights flickering off in the morning glow. You walk to a nearby coffee shop, a place where many of your dreams were first whispered to yourself. You push inside and let the warmth wash over you, the aroma of fresh beans nudging energy into your veins. You order a simple coffee and find a corner table by the window, where the sun now floods golden light across the wooden floorboards. You sit and place a blank notebook before you, its pages fresh as the dawn. You rest your hands on the page, the paper cool and receptive. You murmur, "I begin." You pick up a pen and let it hover. The first word feels like a strike to a match head, tiny pressure, an uncertain spark. You press and write, "This morning I rose to reclaim my ambition." The pen glides, tracing each thought with purpose. Words flow, some hesitant, some bold, until your notebook's pages hold fragments of your reclaimed flame. Ideas you shelved, projects you postponed, passions you once believed were too foolish to pursue. You close the notebook and take a sip of coffee, feeling warmth settle in your palms, matching the glow in your chest. You murmur, "I honor my spark." You realize that today's small act, writing these words, is the first stroke to fan embers into flames. Each future step, practicing, learning, creating, will build upon this moment of honest ignition. You rise and slip the notebook into your bag. You step outside into full dawn, sun bright over rooftops. You breathe in the morning air, rich with possibility. You murmur, "I walk in light." The street hums. A new day has begun, and you no longer walk as one who has lost their fire. Instead, you carry the first warmth of reclaimed ambition glowing beneath your ribs. As you head home, you pass a stray cat on a fence, poised as though watching you with knowing eyes. You murmur, "Yes, I rise." You continue down the street, each footfall steady with purpose. Today you became the steward of your own spark once more, naming it, embracing it, feeding it. As the world warms beneath the sun, you know that this spark will not be snuffed out by the winds of doubt. Instead, it will kindle new embers, a brushstroke on canvas, a melody plucked in twilight, a plan sketched beneath lamplight. You murmur, "I will tend you," and feel peace in the vow.